Dr. Jane Elliott strikes again. She on the money with this one.
If you are raised and schooled in the United States of America, and you have gone to school for 13 years, K through 12, and you aren't a racist, you weren't listening. Now, people really resent it when I say that, but wait a minute, folks. Who do we say invented everything, discovered everything, did all the writing, did all the reading? People. Eventually, maybe you'll actually say when the teacher says, Christopher Columbus discovered America and he met those Indians here. There were no Indians here when Christopher Columbus got here. There were people from Africa who had been here for over 10,000 years before Christopher Columbus was born. It's time for us to teach our children the truth. And it's time for us to say, okay, we're going to talk about Black Lives Matter. People, everybody trace your DNA back as far as you can trace it. And you're going to find out that every one of you has in their DNA some DNA from a country in Africa. That's a fact.
Big fact.
Welcome people back to the channel. We're back again, and I'm not happy doing this again, because I thought that by now, in this age and era we are, where things are beginning to come out clearly, a lot of persons should have discovered the truth for themselves. But no, it was when I did that video about blacks were already in America before Columbus discovered America. That was when I knew that a lot of persons, should I say, it's not that they are not aware of this, but they are scared to accept the facts. And when I say persons, I'm talking about black folks, black people like you and me, who are in the denial. They know there's somewhere in their hearts that tells them, but they are refusing to believe it, that there were Africans in America before Columbus went there. And I think I talk about the person traveling with Columbus saying something like that in one of the documents, that there were Africans already in America. It was Africans that met in America. And it was like there were Africans everywhere. They met Africans in America. And some of you were like, that's not true. I think coming from Dr. Jane, it should carry a lot of water, right? Because when I talk about Africans everywhere, you were African before you become whatever you are today. It's a fact. It's not just a theory. And that is why when she talk about tracing back your DNA, I am in total agreement with that. When you think you're something else other than African, go do a DNA and come back so we talk. Because we know this thing somewhere in our hearts. It's telling us who we are, but we are refusing to believe it. Is it fear? I don't know. You can't tell me that the motherland did not create people that discovered the length and breadth of this world. Africa is not called the motherland for nothing. And Africa is not what you think it is. Al-Kebulan is not what you think it is. The original name, the meaning of the original name of this continent is called what? The Garden of Eden, the mother of nations, the motherland. Now, for a region to be called the garden, I believe a lot of us are Christians who watch me. And we studied the Bible, and we knew where life sprang from. Where God created man, we knew the region. Gone are those days when they tell us it was in the Middle East. The Middle East itself was part of Africa. The Middle East is where we call the Middle East today. It's supposed to have been called the Northeast Africa before the dredging of that canal. A canal made by man to pull out that part and separate us, to reduce the continent. When you say Jerusalem is in Africa, a lot of persons will be like, what is she saying? What is she saying? I think it's up here again. I did a video with the map reading and tracing all these movements, explaining to us the movements, all the up and down of the Israelites all around. That moving circle movement they were doing was all in Africa, was all in the motherland, was all in the continent. Right? Life sprang from here before it went out. You can be anything you want to call yourself, but before you became that, you were African. You get it? You refuse to get it? It doesn't change the reality that that is who you are. Just go do a DNA. Now, I decided to we talk about this because there are a lot of things we are missing out in. Something big is coming, and it will not be funny, I tell you. For us, because the agenda, what they have, their plans, all is targeted on the black man. Because they want to pull us off the face of the earth. They have been trying this a long time ago because we're a threat to them. Now, you know, when we keep denying this fact of who we are, right? We are just telling ourselves that the work which Marcus Garvey started is not worth it. Now, what was the dream of Marcus Garvey? And I think I also did a video about that. Will his dream come true? When we are living in an era where Africans are denying the fact that they are Africans. They are denying the fact that they discovered America. Right? Now, the dream of Marcus Garvey was that every black around the world come together back to the motherland. There was a program he was creating. Things were moving smoothly until he was framed and removed. His dream was that we be united, because in our unity we're going to achieve a lot more than we can think of. But no, that's not important. We are more important in defining ourselves in one other way. We are more focused in telling ourselves that we are not who we are originally. And she talked about the system. The system of America is originally racist. That is it. Because from the educational system, you were being taught, the children are always being taught that the white man is always at the forefront of everything, when it is a lie. A lie that can be proven. Right? Yeah, we can prove that it is a lie. Because every child grew up in America knew that it was Columbus that discovered America. They won't tell you, it's not in the history system. They won't tell you that Africans were in America before Columbus went there. The documents that he's talked about meeting Africans already in America, documents like that will not be left for people to see. And that's why I talk about the Creator. He knows how to do his things best. Whatever is hidden always comes out in plain light. Unity is the key for the black people, because it is in our division. They find glory in our division and they succeed in our division. There is nothing that is created or invented in this world that do not have the knowledge of the black man in it, that do not have the initiative of the black man in it. But no, it's either they delete him or they look for something to rub on him and pull him off the program when it is almost done. After they've gotten the knowledge and everything, you are nothing to them, they throw you away like chaff. Now, the dream and wish of Marcus Garvey, all he did, he struggled. His plans was a unity of all black people in Africa. Because he knew already that we are all from Africa. We are all one. And that is why I said the other day, whoever you are, whether you call yourself Indian, you call yourself African, you call yourself African in America or African in Africa in the motherland, you are African. You were African before you became whatever you are today. And the reason why they keep giving us reasons why we should separate ourselves like this is because they don't want us to come together. They know it is in our unity we succeed. In our division, we are scattered, we are frustrated, and we have nothing to do. Just imagine you hear about black suffering in one part of the world or the other, and you have nothing to do about it because you are helpless, because there is no body, there is no unified body to see to the affairs of the black people, and so they are being treated anyhow. We are being treated anyhow around the world because we keep still hanging in this idea that if you're a black in America, you don't have any connection to Africa. If you're a black in Africa, you don't have any connection to Americans. It is all a lie and a tool that was created to keep us apart so they could succeed in what they do. Now it's left for us to, if we want them to keep succeeding, do we want them to keep succeeding and then we keep living this kind of life when we are seen as less humans? Less humans, because this is what they teach their children. And that is why they value even their pets more than they value you. The life of their dogs and their animals is more important to them than the life of a black man. And how did all this started? Gradually, we will get there. Of course, we know the thirst for supreme power is in it, but there is still something. And gradually, we keep unfolding, and gradually we'll get to the peak, and gradually we'll get to understand. But before then, if we do not unite, nothing will happen. If we do not come together as a black people, irrespective of whichever region we find ourselves, nothing will happen. We'll keep lying to ourselves. What do you think? Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.